Hey guys, MC Maximus here again, and today we're going to be covering something that me and my friend Tretna cannot believe that we have found out. So, Tretna, you want to establish your levels of, what's it called, excitement here?
Oh, excitements are very high. This is something we've been dreaming to achieve, and we found it out really simply.
And it's something that I have been researching on Reddit and on, Minecraft,
Minecraft Planet, I think.
I forget. Anyways, essentially, we have been trying to find answers for this for a long time, and we finally figured it out. So, we found the secret of making good cutscenes in Minecraft Pocket Edition. This can work for MCPE, this is just Bedrock, so it's going to work for literally anything. If you're playing on your Switch, if you're playing on your PS4, Xbox.
Doesn't matter, this thing's going to slap you in the face with knowledge.
So let's get started. So, let's just go ahead and get to the cutscene part, and let's just get to the goodness. So, first off, when I click this lever, we're going to start a cutscene that revolves around this cabin right here. So here we go. Okay, so, I obviously forgot to input something, so this is something we'll cover in a minute. Send command feedback, false. Now, as you can see, me and Tretna here got slapped with nothing but you have been teleported. But we'll go over how to fix that in a minute. So, I promise you that I am not touching a single thing on my computer. And this is the cutscene that we are seeing. It's just revolving around this cabin. And it's going to do it as long, forever, until I tell it to stop. And to tell it to stop, I have to say /game rule, command blocks enabled, false. And this is just to show you that I'm legit not moving myself. I couldn't have moved with the text dialog open. Okay, so we're going to turn this lever off and turn command blocks back on. So, let's see here. Alright, Tretna, you think they're ready to get slapped in the face with knowledge?
Let's get some knowledge slaps.
Alright, so, let's just go over the engineering side of this and how we figured it out. So underneath this little cabin is actually a minecart with a little bitty ocelot in it going around here. So this guy's very important. He's also really cool. Look at him go. Beep beep! Alright, so, let's get up here. Alrighty, so as you can see, we obviously have invisibility, and that helped with, not showing your player or anything like that. And it's going to help whenever you've got multiple players at the same time, because both me and Tretna were both being teleported to the same location constantly around the cabin. And if you're inside another player, you can basically see the inside of their skin. And it's not very nice, especially when you're inside your best friend. So, let's get started.
Let's never say that ever again.
No kidding. Alright, so let's get into the coding for this. So, it's actually really simple. We just made it to where everyone has invisibility for 255 seconds at a multiplier of 255. And we've gone over what true means before. It just basically means it's going to hide the particles. So that's what this one is doing. Then we've got /execute at E, tag equals ZOMB at its coordinates, TP at A, everyone, to its coordinates at 16 blocks above itself, facing at E, name equals poo poo. So we'll get into all of this here in a minute. It's really simple. Let's just take it step by step. So the tag zomb, the minecart down here has the tag of zomb on it. So this minecart is the entity zomb. So now we know what zomb is. So it's executing at E, tag equals zomb, which is the minecart. So it's going to execute at the minecart at its location. So this entity right here, it's saying execute at entity, tag equals zomb, which we've gone over is the minecart. And it's going to teleport at A, so everyone, to its location 16 blocks above itself, so that we're way above where that minecart is, because if you remember it's underground, facing at E, name equals poo poo. So let's get into this.
Poo poo.
So, poo poo is actually an invisible armor stand, so if I say /game rule, command blocks enabled, false, and I /effect at E, clear, you'll see that this armor stand pops up, and its name is Poo Poo. So if I say /game rule, command blocks enabled, true, he disappears. So the reason he's important, this is actually making you face him. Whenever you're being teleported above that minecart, you are literally facing Poo Poo, who is inside the thing. Then
this took us the longest to figure out.
Yeah, it's like super simple, but we were just thinking way too complex on it. So this is stopping the sound of the minecart. This is the literal minecart sound. So if you enter this as /stop sound at A, it's going to stop sound for everyone. And it's going to stop the sound minecart.inside, which is that rolling sound that minecarts make. If this wasn't here, you would just hear that constant roar, and it's annoying. And this is how we're making the Poo Poo invisible. So /effect at E, name equals Poo Poo, invisibility, 255, 255 true. Let's just see this one more time now that you know how it works. Works beautifully. So if I try to move my mouse away, I actually can't, because I'm being teleported facing that armor stand. So if I try to move away or even move my character, I cannot. It will not let me. So that's the beauty of it. So game rule, command blocks enabled, false. Now there is one problem with it, something that we've been trying to solve, and if anyone out there can figure this out, please post it in the comments, because this took us forever to figure out, and we're trying to find the next step. Hiding the GUI or the HUD, whatever you call it. We can hide it by simply pressing F1 on a computer, but no one's going to take the time, especially if you're on a console, to go into your settings, into your video settings, and then say hide HUD, just to enter a cutscene. So if anyone can figure this out with command blocks, please let us know. So now we'll get into the second part, and this is actually another thing that I was researching on Reddit, and I think like I said, I think it's called Planet Minecraft, is making it to where you can fly in survival mode. Now, this is something that was theorized, in my opinion, because we just couldn't figure this out. So if I press this button, right, command blocks have to be enabled. If I press this button, I am now in survival mode. And if you look in my top left corner, it says the Mayfly ability has been granted to you. I am in survival mode, and I can fly. And just to prove this to you, Tretna, I'm going to take every effect from you.
Okay.
Come up here and hit me, please.
I got it.
So I am in survival mode, and I can fly around. This can be used for literally anything you want it to be used for. If you're making a PvP map and you want to make a specific person be able to fly, there you go. I mean, I'm flying around in survival. Here's what you need to keep in mind. Fall damage is still a thing. Now, you can enable or disable the game rule fall damage if you really wanted to, but keep in mind that this is going to disable fall damage for everyone. And then if I press this button, I'll turn back into creative. So this is how we're doing it. So it's an ability command. I actually didn't even know this was a thing until I started going into the help commands, looking at every single command. The ability command goes into what a player can and can't do. And right now it's not a very broad spectrum because I think it's a newer one. Like I said, I've been researching how to do flying in survival for a while, and I just haven't found it until we just accidentally stumbled upon it. So this has to be something that's new, unless I'm just mistaken and we just haven't found it. But all it's doing is granting the ability may fly to the closest player, and it's saying true. And that's all you have to do. And it literally makes you be able to fly. And this obviously just made me go into survival mode. And this just turned me into creative mode and turned off the Mayfly ability. Which, it doesn't matter that it's off because I'm in creative and I can fly. But yeah, I mean, we just can't believe we figured out these things. It took us forever. So, Tretna, you want to say anything else before we head off?
You might want to tell them that we are above the minecart, because you just said at the minecart's position.
Right. So the best way I can describe this, let's go back into this command. Right here, it's saying execute at E, tag equals zomb, which we've clarified is the minecart. at its location, teleport everyone to its location at above 16 blocks. So that 16 essentially means from this minecart's location, let's just say that we're right here for reference. We'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16 blocks. So for the cutscene, we would be exactly this high up, and we would be right above the minecart, constantly following it, and it would be in this direction until somebody ended it. And I know what you're thinking, this can't be used for a survival map because how would you end it? Well, that's up for you guys. We just simply wanted to show you how to do it. We haven't gotten into how to end it. So what you could do is essentially, once you enter an area, in a previous video I've shown how to do test 4 commands. You can do an invisible pressure plate, and then you could do a redstone repeater timer that comes around and cancels it on its own with like a piston or something. You could use your creativity with this. But yeah, anything else you think I missed, Tretna?
Not that I can think of.
Alrighty, well, I just want to say, guys, looks like we have played Minecraft to the max. So, as always, y'all have a good one, and play Minecraft to the max. We'll see you next time.
I hope somebody starts going in my dorm, so it will make you laugh. Because I'm serious. People go up and down the hallway. It's just going.